Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. A new document has just been published on the court docket in Idaho versus Kohberger. This is a notice of hearing. It is dated April 30th, 2025. It states, notice of sealed hearing, and in parentheses, this hearing will be held remotely. Notice is given that the above entitled case is set for date, time, judge. There's no matter here. There's no subject as to what this hearing is for. It merely says date May 5th, 2025, time 11:30 a.m., Judge Judge Hippler, and then this will be a remote hearing. The clerk will send out an invitation prior to the hearing date, dated April 30th, 2025, by Renee Waters, Deputy Clerk. There's a certificate of service indicating I hereby certify that on this date I served. That meant the clerk sent a copy of the attached to, and every attorney for both sides, state of Idaho and defense, are listed here with their email addresses. And also the very last notation is Ada County Jail, and an email address there. That is presumably the notice going to Mr. Kohberger if he decides to attend this remote hearing as well. It's very unusual to have a hearing notice go out without notification of what the matter is. It merely states that the above entitled case is set for this remote, closed, sealed hearing. If I were to venture a guess, and this is pure speculation on my part, I have no further information than you do by looking at this document on the court docket. I can think of two possibilities. The first might be on the state's motion for an examination of Mr. Kohberger pursuant to IC 18207. The motion was filed last week. It indicated that there was an objection from the defense, and sure enough, on the case summary page, there's a notation April 29th, 2025 of the defense's objection. That document has not yet hit the docket. One day later comes this notice of hearing. So that's one possibility. Another possibility is the canceled April 16th, 2025 hearing that was supposed to occur, set by Judge Stephen J. Hippler's October 9th, 2024 pretrial and trial order for the parties to come before the court and discuss the final jury questionnaire. The parties were ordered by that same order to submit their proposed jury questionnaires, which they did, and then there was going to be a hearing so that the parties could come before the court. The matter of the final jury questionnaire was going to be addressed, and then at some point thereafter, the final jury questionnaire would be administered to those good people from Ada County who are summoned to possibly serve on this jury later this year. As a related matter, there is a hearing, a matter that is scheduled for July 21st that I have reported to you a few times that doesn't relate to anything. It is 9 days before the voir dire of this proceeding, which is the process of jury selection. There's no notice of hearing of any kind. There's nothing, no order setting that matter. There's nothing in the October 9th, 2024 pretrial and trial order. Just venturing a guess, the date that the final jury questionnaire may be administered. At this point, these are just pure speculations. There's no further information to tell us what the topic of this hearing is next week, May 5th, and it is, again, closed and sealed to the public. It will be remote. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. Thanks for joining us today.